There could be a
Yeah.
newness into the solution, but that same thing cannot happen. That teaching is the only profession which is the mother of all professions. If you are taking your self motivation along with you, you are motivating directly or indirectly to others. So knowledge cannot go further if you are not creative enough. If the discipline has not been imbibed into the child into these crucial years, into the future, they won't be able to respect anyone.
Hello and a very warm welcome to Great Principles. I am Seema Chhoriya and I welcome you all to a brand new episode today. Not all of us believe in destiny and we wholeheartedly prepare for another career for lifestyle. And then the almighty hands of fate intervene. We turn a full circle to completely new vocation. Well, that's destiny. If you didn't choose, it chooses you. And this is what my guest also believe. If the destiny chooses the right vocation for you, and this is how she chose her vocation as teaching. So please join me in welcoming Mrs. Sapna Singh. She is principal of PKS Public School, Mau, Uttar Pradesh. Welcome to Great Principles, ma'am. I'm very honored to have a conversation with you today.
Same here, Seemaji.
So, ma'am, before understanding more from you and unveiling more knowledge from you, let us understand how it all began. So, what was the journey of young Sapna when she started her career? What were her thoughts? What made her choose this vocation? And what keeps her going in here today?
Seemaji, basically, I believe that every child usually have some or the other talents, right? We always say, being into education, that every child borns with a talent in him or her. So, what I believe is that I dearly had a notion of having a very good quality of explaining anything to anybody. So this is how I started when I had this thing into my mind that I can teach somebody, like teaching my siblings, teaching other students who came to my place. I had taught them well. So they have given me a particular insight that, ma'am, if it comes to teaching, you can do it better. So from there, I have started teaching.
And from a teacher to a principal now. So, what is that keeps you going here?
Um, from a teacher to a principal, what I believe is that every day is a learning experience. You learn something or the other thing from all the people who come around you, they meet you every day. Being a principal is a very tough job to deal the children also, the younger one, the kids also, teachers also. Then the most important part comes of having parents. So parents are also there who are very they usually come with different problems, different situations at their home or with their children. So every child is very unique in itself or himself or herself. So when they come, you learn something from them also. There could be a tactic which, as a principal, you do not know, but as a parent, when you interact with the parents, you come to learn. Yes, this also could be a solution that could be given to the students.
Yes, very truly, and that is why it is said that we all should believe in involved parents at school level. So parents should be involved. So because they know their child so well, and something which has worked for one child, maybe if the other child have similar kind of situation, that formula can work there too. So
Yeah,
on this note,
similarity could be there, but every
yeah.
time the solution will be different. There could be a
Yeah,
newness into the solution, but that same thing cannot happen.
that is also true. There are so many different kind of issues whatever every child faces, because each child is different, they learn differently, they have different kind of issues, they have different problems, and at time they themselves come up with such solution that even we couldn't have imagined. So it is an atmosphere where we all the stakeholders need to work together. So moving ahead to the rapid fire round now, ma'am, you need to answer me in one word or a sentence would do. Okay. So here comes my very first question to you. If you were not a teacher, what vocation you would have chosen?
I don't think any other profession apart from teaching, because from my core, I'm a teacher. Even
Right.
today, also, if I have to go to my classes, I'll start teaching. So I am a teacher
Okay.
basically.
Wow, wonderful. Moving ahead to my next question. What is one thing that you feel should be changed immediately in our Indian education system?
Uh, the traditional jobs, when it comes to education industry, We are teaching all the students to be a doctor, engineer, or ISPCS. We are not thinking of any other thing as a profession. See, as per the NEP also, we are starting now to have other vocational courses which could help the student to be their own, right? When it comes to students, they are good singers also, they are good painters also, they are good in drama also. But when it comes to a simple place like ours, we are not able to provide them the same thing because the mentality in between the society, the parents is that there are traditional jobs, be a doctor, be an engineer, if not, then go to administrative jobs. But opening their own shop or doing something in fashion designing, that is not a part. So the people who are into the society must learn that these are also jobs, and they, if allowed to the students to procure whatever they want to into their future, they'll do better.
Absolutely, very well said. When the profession become their hobby, that is, it is not left as a work anymore. They enjoy it every day,
Obviously.
as you enjoy teaching. Because this is what you dreamt of, right? And I'm sure things will change, and very soon people will move away from these conventional jobs because there is so much going on. You can be a travel blogger, you can be a YouTuber. There are so many other different new options. Especially this COVID has opened for us. We saw so many people bringing up things that they had never taken up, learning new things, and suddenly someone is becoming baker, someone is becoming something. So there is a lot of things happening. Moving ahead to my next question, what has been your biggest moment of reward as an educationist?
Uh, uh, See, being into education, when any of your child, when you are not in touch of that particular student, and now he is a grown up man or a woman, when they come back to you, right? When they comes back to you, that is the moment. See, we know it very well that teaching is the only profession which is the mother of all professions, right? So, when a teacher is not being recognized by system, is not being recognized by parents, is not being recognized by society that yes, they are doing a very crucial and very important job in building the uh, future of you as a parent and the child and the nation, when the child remembers you, right? And when after 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, or 10 years back, he or she is calling you back that, ma'am, I remember you, and you are having a very crucial role in being what I am today, is the most rewardiest time. Every time when I got a call, not only because it is a teacher day or it is my birthday or it is something else, but the child does calls me that, ma'am, I am in trouble, and I know if I'll call you, you will help me in troubleshooting. That is the most
Yeah,
rewardiest day for me, and it motivates me further to help my other children teachers that they could move forward.
certainly. There can't be anything more rewarding than this. Moving
Yes,
ahead to my
obviously.
next question. Yeah. If you were supposed to found a school from scratch, what would be the three factors that would distinguish your school from all the other schools?
Uh, it could be the first very thing is discipline, because without discipline you cannot move further. People can provide you everything, but if it is not a discipline with you in your life, the amount they have given you will fade away. So if I have to start with scratch, first thing I'll add is discipline. Secondly, I'll add is self motivation. It is so easy to be driven by others' motivation. It is so easy to move when somebody says, "Nahi, you have to move forward. You have to do this. You have to be this." But when the motivation comes from within, it drives you more than anything else. And if you are taking your self motivation along with you, you are motivating directly or indirectly to others. So discipline be the first, second is self motivation, and third is vision. Like the vision not only comes from one people, the vision comes from all the team members, that has to be with you. They could, if I'm starting a school from the scratch, I'll be having a vision from the child also who wants to study in the school. I want to have the vision from the teachers and other faculty members. When the visions are taken on a paper in a sentence, that gives you better future, that gives you better objective and targets. So compromising all the three, discipline, self motivation, and vision.
All right. So these would be the three main pillars of MAM school, and that would be what would be the distinguishing factor. Also, wonderful. Great. So moving ahead to my next question. What do you think is more important, knowledge or creativity?
Knowledge and
Or creativity?
uh, see, both are having their equal parts when it comes to in the practical life, but they both are empty without each other. You know, they both need each other very well. It is because you are knowledgeable, but if you are not having the creativity of delivering it as being a teacher, if you are not having the knowledge or the creativity how to deliver it to children, the knowledge will be one sided path,
Right.
right? So if you are able enough to do something newness into your own knowledge, that will move on, that will pass on to others very easily, very quickly, and will be imbibed by the children into their life. So knowledge cannot go further if you are not creative enough with it.
Absolutely. Wonderfully answered this one. Moving ahead to my next question. Who is Miss Sapna Singh apart from being a teacher? What all other activities you do when you're not working?
um, being a teacher, your life is restricted. Being a principal, your life is restricted. You are having your own sets of rules when it comes to school life or your projecting life of a principal. But apart from my this life, I am very jolly person. I love to crack jokes. I love to listen to song. Whatever mood I am into, if music is there, that mood will be alleviated. I'll be something different person when it comes to music. So reading is my hobby. I believe in reading fiction books mostly. My children does not believe that I'm a very die-hard fan of Harry Potter. So people usually says कि मैम कैसे हो सकता है, but there are the situations when I am a very different person apart from my principal life.
Wow, wonderful. So, ma'am loves Harry Potter. Great. So, just for fun, shall I ask you one question of Harry Potter? Can you name
Sure.
all the houses, how all the houses from Harry Potter movie, the school houses?
Slytherin, Gryffindor,
Yeah.
Ravenclaw, and one more is there. Um, Now I'm not remembering. You have asked. Uh,
Something called Huff
Slytherin,
and Puff, I guess. Huff and
Hufflepuff.
Puff?
Yeah, Hufflepuff. Obviously, Hufflepuff.
Yeah, great. Great. So, this was just for
I'm
fun.
not a
All
muggle to
right.
be asked. Yeah, I'm not a muggle one.
All right. So, moving ahead to the last question in this segment. What is one advice that you'd like to give to our parents so that they can help our children to be more patient?
To the parents, I would like to say that sometimes situations are there when you find that particular action done by the teacher is not favorable for you or the children. But dear parents, make it very clear, we all are sitting here is for your children only. We are working day and night for the child. If the teacher is particularly searching out for some of the mistakes or scolding your child or being telling it for some of the reasons, so you take it seriously. Now gone are the days कि बच्चे को सिर्फ मारा जाता था. Now there are days when a child cannot be hit, but the discipline part which you need to have at house, we need to have at school, has to be made very effective. If you are telling your children at home how the teacher can touch you, or no, this is not the way, my child cannot be touched in front of that child, to the parent, the teacher, make sure, dear parents, you have to make it very clear, if the discipline has not been imbibed into the child into these crucial years, into the future, they won't be able to respect anyone. Because at the end of the day, we are human beings, the social society we need, we are social animals, we need the society to be with us. But if we are not disciplined, it will be difficult for our children. They are yours as well as ours. It will be difficult for any one of us to take them into the society if not disciplined properly. So my advice for all the parents is, do sit with your class teacher, subject teacher, or school, discuss about your child, discuss what goods he has or she has and what bads they have. Bads could be recommended, goods can be excelled. This is what I want to say to all the
Very rightly said, ma'am. Discipline is certainly an important trait for being successful in life. And by schooling, when we are given this timelines, that you have to reach at this time, this is the time when you're supposed to finish your lunch period, this is the time when this period gets over. This is how you get into the habit of meeting deadlines. Because going ahead in life, when you work, you have to face deadlines. You have to ensure that you finish a task. And the children, those who don't follow it, they always find it difficult. They always struggle in completing things. It starts like leaving their food always 2 3 bites they will leave, or when they're drinking something they will leave something in their glasses also. So this is how things, then it becomes more and more regress in their life. So very important tip shared by ma'am. My dear parents, please do follow us religiously. So moving ahead to the last question of the show, this is called the expert talk question. So ma'am, we spoke about how to make kids disciplined and how should be the studies going on and everything we discussed. Now, let us talk about something which makes our children more competent, more confident, and makes their body more fitter. So, I'm talking about the physical education, and I want to know from you, why is physical education a student's most important subject during school life, and what if some schools don't have it? How it will affect the child?
See, physical education is actually a part of education system from very beginning, but there is a idiom into Hindi called "padhoge likhoge banoge nawab and kheloge kudoge hoge kharab." So there are parents who have taken it very seriously. They are not allowing their children to take part in a different kind of activities when it comes to their school life. When the child usually getting at home and saying ki I want to participate into this particular activity, the parent will give the same idiom phrase of this way, which I have told you now. Physical education usually helps to, the motor development of children, the fine and the gross, both one. Apart from that, it helps to learn what kind of muscle fiber you have into your body, so it will help you to strengthen the five motor skills, to be called flexibility, endurance, strength, speed. Okay. Apart from this, if we do not go by this also, when the child is into sports, when the child is into physical education, the child learns how to be confident, how to be more expressive, how to be a good leader, how to work in a team, how taking the whole team together and taking a decision. It is too easy to say Mahendra Singh Dhoni is a very good captain. It is too easy to say that Saurav Ganguly was the best captain ever India had into the Indian cricket team. But it is so difficult to be again that Saurav Ganguly. It is so difficult again to be Mahendra Singh Dhoni, because it takes determination, it takes discipline, it takes leadership, and all these things comes from physical education. If your child is able to control the emotions when he or she is into the field, he or she will be able to control the emotions while taking good decisions. So that will help you to have a good thing into the house also, when it comes to lead the house, when it comes to lead the team into the future, when it comes to lead a decision when he or she has to take. So physical education in a proper thing is a mixture of all the subjects. It comes with training, it comes with psychology, it comes with biology, anatomy, and physiology. So it is a mix of everything. So when being used into the school life, the child will learn much more how to concentrate even into the studies. He or she can learn from physical education.
Absolutely, ma'am. So, now we should propagate that खेल खेल में सीखो. खेल में ही
Yes.
सीखना होता है. Now we are talking about gamification of education also. We try that our children should enjoy learning and make it more fun. So, yes, ma'am, you very beautifully brought out the importance of physical education. And I don't think that without imparting physical education, we can do justice for a child and tell him that we are developing you holistically. So it was thoroughly a wonderful session. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm sure my viewers too. So thank you so much for your time, ma'am. I and my team at Great Principles really feel privileged to have heard your wise words. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Seema ji.